Okay, coaches, we've got a really fun cat and mouse movement space choices session here. So, movement space and choices is what I want you guys to be just constantly mentioning to your players. Uh, Jane, great movement. Oh, I love how you found that space. What a good choice. What a good choice. What a good choice. Oh, you have found such good space. Oh, I love this movement. I love this movement. Just constantly getting them to chase that dangling carrot of you're catching them doing things right. What amazing movement. I'm loving this space that you're in. What a good choice. What a good choice. Here is your very first activity. I'm just going to demonstrate this with the blue group, but the red group will be doing this too. The first one is basically just a warm-up exercise just to get everybody in the flow of what they're doing. So this is going to be two-touch passing, and here at the start, essentially what is just going to happen is after a blue player plays a pass, they are going to run out of this square into this square. This player will control the ball, will play a pass, will run out of this square, and move into this one. Control the ball, play a pass, run out, control the ball, play a pass, run out, control the ball, play a pass, run in here, and then they'll do the same. Play a pass, run out, 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 play a pass, run out. So they're just moving back and forth. Once they have the hang of that and you've had some opportunity to complement the movement, to complement the space, to complement their decision making, you're then just going to turn this into a race between the teams. So both groups, you're going to start on this side. Every time you get to this side and back, that is one. So it's going to be the very first time to get, 7 points. All right, you got to get there and back, or 3 points, whatever you want to do, right? You got to get there and back for a point. First team to get the 3 points wins. 3, 2, 1, go. Make it a competition, okay? Once you've had a couple of rounds of that, now we're going to do the same exact thing, but you're going to have them mix in. Now that we've already established this is a race, everything now from the rest of the practice is a competition. There is no more warm-up rounds or free play. Everything now is competitive. There needs to be a sense of urgency. We need to apply a little bit more pressure by making it a competition. The movement, the spaces, the choices are that much more vital now because now there's something on the line. It is a competition. So by mixing, here's what I mean. Now, when the blue player plays a pass, instead of moving into this square, he's moving into this one. But as this red player plays a pass, right, they're not moving into the square, they're moving into that one. Now, while these players are here, they are not interfering with this at all, but they are invading that space, which just makes things a little bit tighter, makes things a little bit more difficult to see, makes things a little bit more clustered, right? Again, it's going to force a little bit more thoughtful movement. How is this player now going to play that pass? Where might these ones have to move to be able to get that ball across? So it's going to be the same thing, okay? Whichever team can get into the other team's side and back, right? Whichever team can do that, 5 times first, right? That's going to be your competition, right? You can decide on the number, you decide on how many rounds you want to play, but that is the competition, right? We're not interfering with one another other than we are invading each other's space. Now that we're doing that, what are the new decisions, right? What are the new choices we're having to make? How can you find somebody to highlight, reward somebody's decision making, reward somebody's movement, highlight how somebody's gotten into good space, right? Catch people doing things right. Okay, now it starts to get really, really fun. We're now going to get into the cat and mouse part of this. So here's how this works. These teams are going to do the same thing, but both groups are circling around this direction. The red team is trying to catch the blue team is trying to catch the red. So as they are playing, okay, we're going to pass that ball and move into their space. If we can start to move into a space while the blue team is still in there, we have caught them. So the blue team at the same exact time is going to be trying to play to try to get, is going to try to play to get out of that space as fast as possible, because they're going to try to catch up and get around and catch up to get into a square that the red team hasn't been able to get out of yet. So it is a race, right? So cat and mouse, we don't know until we start playing which team's going to end up being the cat, which team's going to end up being the mouse. It's a race, okay? It's going to be really, really fun. It's going to add a lot of pressure. It's really, really, really going to speed things up. I should have mentioned this at the start. Right now I'm demonstrating this if we have 10 players, so we have an even number of players. How do you handle this if you have an odd number? Here's what I would do. If I have an odd number of players, I would make this team over here that has more players, I would make them really strong. And then I would join that team. I would go, oh, perfect, we have an odd number of players. Here we go. You guys get this good player, that good player, this good player, that good player, but don't worry, you guys are in real trouble because I'm joining this team. And now I'm playing with you. Now I get to play and have some fun. It's going to make all of these activities that much more fun because I'm playing. Everybody's going to learn a bit more because they're going to watch how I move, how I handle the ball, how I think. And it's just going to make everything that much more exciting because I'm playing. But now also we have an even number of players. You'll be surprised how much more engaged in the practice you even are as a coach if you're participating. If you have even number of players, it's great. You don't have to do it. But if there's an odd number, you even it out by you playing. So cat and mouse. Now, if you're going to make this cat and mouse rondos, it's the same exact idea, but now we send a defender. We send a defender. So what you're going to do now is, this is now just a rondo, but you're going to put a number on it. Make sure it's a realistic number. Don't say it's going to be the first team to complete 12 passes, because most teams in our junior academy, you're never going to get 12 passes. Most teams are never going to get 8 passes. Pick something that is realistic. Pick something like 3, okay? The first team to complete 3 passes. So if we get 1, 2, 3, done. We've won. If this team gets their 3 passes first, all right, freeze. That's the end of that game. The blue team gets to move over a square. Let's change the defenders. So you come back, you get a new defender. This player returns to their team. A new defender comes over, and we play again. Okay, if 3 was too easy and that happened too fast, bump the number up to 4. If 3 was a challenge, keep it at 3. Okay, so 3 or 4 passes, whatever we're at now, 3, 2, 1, play. If the red team gets to 3 or 4 this time, then they move up and we are right back to square one, where this is anybody's game. If the blue team wins again, then they have caught the reds, and the reds owe us 2 push-ups, 2 sit-ups, 2 jumping jacks, and 2 cartwheels for getting eaten by the cat. Okay? This is your cat and mouse rondo game. Now, for the double rondo battle, all you're going to do is you are going to pick up these cones. This is a game that you are probably familiar with because it has been in our curriculum in other areas. Here is the game. Should be a pretty big space. You as the coach will be over here with the balls. You will provide one team with the soccer ball. They find 3 passes. 1, 2, 3. A red defender gets to come in. The blue team is trying to find 3 more passes. 1, 2, 3. A new red defender comes in. Every single time that the blue team finds 3 passes, another defender comes in. If the red team is able to win the ball, they are going to try to win it and pass the ball back to their side, and then they get to start. All right? The pass across would be pass number 1, so 2, 3. A blue defender comes in. 1, 2, 3. A blue defender comes in. 1, 2, 3. A blue defender comes in. And this game goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until one team is able to get everybody in and then find 1, 2, 3 passes for the win. Now here are a couple of things to think about. What I like to do with my teams is if a blue defender comes in here and, right, we try to play a pass and they kick that ball out of bounds, that is not a successful defense for the blue team where I now give the blue team the ball. No chance. What happens in a game if this blue player kicks the ball out of bounds? If you kick the ball out of bounds, you don't get the ball. The other team still gets it. So you've broken that play up and they have to recount their passes, but this ball still belongs to red. So 1, 2, 3. Good Lord. 1, 2, 3, another defender comes in. So the blue team has to successfully win the ball and get it back to their side. And once they've won it and they're trying to get it back, the Reds don't have to let them get the ball back. They can try to intercept that pass and keep possession again. But there will definitely be this breakdown. There will be a moment that this blue player wins the ball and they will get swarmed by 3 or 4 players trying to get that ball back. And this will just become a big, messy scrum and the soccer breaks down. This is a moment for you to freeze, right? Freeze. I know that this looks helpful, but the problem is even if you have won this ball, you're so close to each other that you cannot complete passes. You cannot rondo your way out of danger. So this looks helpful, but it's not. Okay, this is actually a counterintuitive thing. All you need to be able to win that ball is one player. So if Susie is already here winning that ball back, Jane, you don't need to come and help her. You need to find space so that if Susie wins the ball, she has an outlet to pass you that ball, right? Michelle, you don't need to come help her win that ball. You need to do the same. You need to be an outlet so that if Susie does win the ball, she has a pressure release. She can play you that ball so we can escape. And then Rhonda, you don't need to come help her fight. She's already fighting, but maybe you can find some space behind her where now, even if Susie does lose that battle, you might still be able to be here to intercept that pass. So now, we're just a bit better organized. We have somebody here trying to win this ball, but we also have people, if she does win it, that we can pass to. We have Rhonda back here that not only could we pass to, but even if Susie loses this challenge, Rhonda could still try to help us win it back. So we're just better organized. What we don't need at any point in soccer is 3 or 4 of you all together trying to kick the same ball at the same time. Enjoy, folks.